I honestly thought this week was going to be the week that we get back on track with our eating. I tried, okay, right? So that's pizza, and it's pizza with healthy things with it. And I tried to get a golden milk latte at this really cute cafe, which was inside of a Bank of America building. It's called Night Swim in Charlotte. It's actually really nice. It's becoming one of our favorites, okay? So thought we were going to get back on track with our eating. But I think I was fooling myself because we decided to go to Minneapolis and we booked our flights like maybe a week and a half ago. And it was like a 20-hour trip, right? And you'll see the footage of that. This was also a very puzzly week. So we worked on our puzzle. Well, we kind of obsessed about this puzzle. It was a 1,000-piece puzzle. And we were, doing it pretty much whenever we could. Okay. So very puzzly week this week, and I was essentially what I was going to do was record myself getting back on track with my eczema, because I actually do have some spots of eczema right now, and it's not because I'm pregnant. It's because we moved and I got stressed and I ate a bunch of random stuff consistently for like an entire month. Okay. So this vlog is not me getting back on track. It's me attempting, okay? But the reality is we went out of town and we ate some things. I will be happy to report that I'm recording this audio on Friday and my eczema looks better than it did earlier in the week. And I've been working on that histamine course. And in the histamine course, I am going to actually test it. So George and I are going to test out the histamine diet, and it's pretty strict, but I think we can do it. So I will be vlogging that, and that'll be next week's vlog. So anyway, we finished this beautiful puzzle, but we had 2 pieces missing. We found one.
Hey, I missed it, Wolfie.
Obviously, we weren't over pumpkin spice from last week's vlog. Anyway, we are now on the plane to Minneapolis. I have my book. He has his podcast. We're ready to go. From Charlotte, it said 2 hours and 45 minutes, but I think it only ended up being about 2 hours. So we land and we take a tram, like a light rail sort of thing, to Mall of America, which you're seeing now. We go into the M&M store. So fun, okay? The light rail had people screaming at each other, so we ended up having to get off of it because we were like, absolutely not. Just got to Minneapolis. We're now at the Mall of America, as you can see behind us, and that whole section's cool. We went inside the M&M store, got ourselves some little drinks.
Fully compostable.
We took the the light rail from the airport to the mall, and there were some crazy people on it, and that was pretty entertaining. Some guy was yelling at another guy, telling him he was a so we got off and we got coffees. Well, I got a tea and he got a matcha. And then we got back on and went to the mall. And then after this, we're gonna go to downtown and just walk around.
Mall is surprisingly not busy for how, like a destination spot that it is. But I think it's because it's during the day on a Thursday, so we're having a good time being able to like walk around and see things without being a mob of people. So that's good.
Yeah, there's not too many people here, it is actually really nice because this is a huge destination. Like, everyone's heard of Mall of America, so yeah, I'm sure this is crazy on the weekends. But
yeah, we were picturing that we'd have to like fight people to go to different areas because there'd be so many people here.
It ain't bad. So I take this video on my phone, and then George takes the phone and basically takes the exact same video because he thought he had a better angle of the city. But this is downtown Minneapolis, which, by the way, I obsessively call it Minneapolis, okay? Anyway, we got acai. It was really good. It was from a place called Bom Dia in downtown. And then we headed off to the observatory. So we did a lot of walking. We ended up about 5.5 miles, which I absolutely love. The observatory is actually inside of beautiful, beautiful hotel. So we're inside this hotel waiting a long time for the elevator because it goes up to like the 30th floor. And so here's George dancing while we wait for the elevators to come get us. And the doors of the elevator were absolutely gorgeous. Now, I'm a big city person. I've lived a bunch of different places. If you've been following me a long time, you'd probably know that. So I love being able to look over. Sorry, I can't get enough of George dancing. I love being able to look at all the city. I'm a big fan of like a nice city with nice buildings. So we kind of admired that for a while and actually FaceTimed my mom while we were up there. Walked all the way to the river. So that's actually the Mississippi River. And if you're from the area, you're like, duh, that's the Mississippi River. For me, it's wild. It should be in Mississippi. Then we went to a Native American restaurant. And it was just okay, actually. And now I'll just let us explain what's happening here.
George said this is the longest line from inside the airport into the airplane. I don't think he's that wrong. It is
From airport to airport.
Yeah, that is quite a distance.
No, 75 yards.
75 yards. George played football, so that's where that comes from. You're so tall, I can't get you in the frame.
At first, I was like, why did all my clips get messed up? Like, I don't know what I'm watching right now. That was supposed to be the end of the vlog. But this is the Native American restaurant that we ate at. And it looks so good. But when I tell you it was spicy, it was spicy. And George doesn't love spice. And, like, I have a certain amount of tolerance. And then I'm done, okay? So it was decent for us. It wasn't our favorite. And at the airport in the morning, so this was this morning, let me just tell you, when places claim to be healthy, but you can't read the ingredients, when you start reading those ingredients, you realize it's not as healthy as it's trying to make it seem. Come to the realization, so I'm recording the voiceover right now, come to the realization, there's no proper outro. What I was trying to say about the Native American food is it was so well made and so well cooked. It just, like, I'm not a picky eater, and for some reason I just didn't like it. Like, the gumbo was spicy, the sweet potatoes were spicy, we got this like scallop dish and it was spicy. George doesn't do spice. I have some tolerance past it. I'm just like, this isn't very enjoyable. So essentially, it was a cool place, good atmosphere. Oh my God. Good atmosphere, except for the fact, hey, okay, he has my ring. Could you detach yourself? We just got home today and all the pets are all over us. They've been crawling around, like, they're everywhere. They're everywhere. Granted, we have 5 of them, so I know that they're bound to be everywhere. Anyway, so it's a good place, just it wasn't our preference and we just didn't really like it. We were actually going to go to a baseball game. It was a really good idea George had. But it ended up being so late by the time we finished dinner that we were really tired. And Minneapolis is an hour behind our time. And so we were stop biting me. We were a little bit off of schedule. I ended up going to the wrong hotel. Okay, I thought I booked a DoubleTree by the airport. No, we go there. And they're like, oh, we don't have you under this reservation. And I show them it. And they're like, oh, that's actually a different location. I was like, oh. So we were downtown, took a lift all the way to the airport area to take a lift right back downtown. And then we just like fell asleep pretty quickly. I've been reading this book, Quicksilver. If you're into the fantasy sort of stuff, like if you've been reading ACOTAR, if you know, you know. This is a big recommendation now on TikTok, Quicksilver, everyone's talking about it. It is, in fact, really good. However, I do have some opinions on ow, the characters. Anyway, we can get into that. If you also read that genre, let me know, and I can go into a whole thing about how I feel about that genre. So it's Friday. We're going to stop the vlog here. When we pick back up, I will be doing a comeback sort of thing where I'm eating on the histamine diet to basically get rid of my eczema. I don't have much, but I took recordings of it when it looked kind of bad about a week and a half ago. I'll take recordings again at the beginning of starting the diet. I'll show you the grocery shop, I'll show you all that stuff, and then afterwards I'll show you that my skin healed, because I know it will. Okay? So I will see you in that vlog. And Tiki says bye.